1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, welcome back to Country and Cold Cans. I'm Logan, sitting here with Andy, Kyle, and this week again, Classic Rock Carter. How are you guys doing?
Cold.
Gucci.
Yeah, it's cold, man.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking chilly.
Yeah, I'm not about the cold weather. I was really happy when the snow didn't stick around for very long, but we don't need to go into a snow tangent again.
It looks like we might get some snow this weekend, according to our esteemed Elizabeth Garner.
Yeah, we'll see, but I hope not. But
Call me a snowbird. I'm going to Florida.
All right, so let's go on and move into this is the very first edition of this new segment that we're going to bring back probably every week that we don't have a guest on. Carter doesn't count as a guest anymore. He's been back too many times. You don't get the guest treatment anymore. But Andy had a great idea on what we could call this. We were kind of thinking like doing a rundown segment, so to speak, where we pick 6 topics from music, sports, pop culture, or what have you. And due to our name being Country Cold Cans, here is the very first edition of the Country and Cold Cans Weekly Six Pack. All right, boys. So as you can see from the graphic on the screen, here's the rundown of the Weekly Six Pack this week on Country and Cold Cans. Number 1, last night, college football playoffs. Georgia versus Alabama. Georgia finally did it. God knows we were all wrong. We all made our pregame predictions. Andy didn't know there was a game. Carter picked the Mega Maniacs, whoever that is.
Ooh, yeah.
And me and Kyle picked who we thought was the smart money in Alabama. But, little back history on this Alabama, they've won, 6 championships under Saban. They've pretty much been Georgia's daddy this entire time. Kirby Smart had never beaten Nick Saban. Nick Saban was something ridiculous, like 23-1 against former assistants. And then, Kyle, was it 3 weeks ago? SEC title game, this matchup occurred?
37 days ago. 38 days ago.
And it was literally 48-21, Alabama over Georgia. So, naturally, the Crimson Tide seemed like a good pick. But Looks like we were wrong because it's an amazing story. Stetson Bennett, former walk-on at Georgia, grew up in Georgia, wanted to be a Georgia starting quarterback since he was 3 years old, and goes to junior college, comes back to Georgia. And then nobody really believed, he was going to stick it as the QB1. He leads them to a national title, and it's the first one since 1980.
Beats out 5 stars.
Yeah, he did.
Yep.
Would you rather have Stetson Bennett or Colton Bennett? Or Colt Bennett?
Well, one won a national title, and one ended up working on a ranch in Colorado on a Netflix show. So,
but who made more money?
Who won a ring?
Well, Colt Bennett did win a state title.
Yeah. In high school.
Yeah, he did win yeah. They never alluded to anything. Wasn't it Florida State?
Yep.
Imaginarily went to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't seem to, it didn't ever seem like he was a very successful quarterback at Florida State on that show.
He could have been there when Jameis won it,
Could have been. I mean, I guess the timelines kind of would have matched up a little bit, but no. Georgia wins first time since 1980. We were all wrong on our picks, so don't take gambling advice from us yet. But I gotta say, man, I don't know if you guys saw it, but they had Stetson Bennett on was it Good Morning America or whatever this morning. He interviewed with Michael Strahan, and that kid was half in the bag. This morning, he you could tell he didn't get any sleep, and he had been out partying all night. And he gets on there and he's half sloshed while he's on national TV. I'm just like, how could they put this dude up there? But at the same time, it was hilarious, and I was here for it.
That reminds me of when the Capitals won the Stanley Cup, and what's his name? The Russian guy who's really good. Yeah, was just hammered in every event that he went to for like a month straight. Went to a baseball game, trashed. I mean, showed up literally everywhere, just trashed for a month.
He was drinking out of the Stanley Cup too.
Yeah. Which is pretty phenomenal.
But I mean, look, he's Russian. Like vodka's basically in their blood. So
yeah, I believe up until recently, I saw some crazy article that anything less than 10% alcohol in Russia wasn't considered an alcoholic beverage.
Yeah,
which is just wild.
Then you have the flip side of that. And Andy, was it at Kansas right now that you all beer is 3.2%?
I don't know who still has it, but Oklahoma dang sure did.
Oklahoma did when we were there like 4 years ago, but I know that's changed by now.
all beer has to be less than 3.2%.
Yeah. So how that works, Kyle? Like we went out to Tulsa back New Year's Eve of like 17. I think it was right before the 2018 New Year to go to a Turnpike show at Cane's, and you cannot buy. It's like North Carolina in that you can't buy liquor unless at a liquor store, but you can't buy cold beer over the percentage of 3.2% unless it was at a liquor store, and it wasn't cold then; it was warm. If you go,
or they had a liquor license,
or they had a liquor license. But see, that's the thing that at a tap room, like a bar or a brewery, you could have beer that was stronger. But I'm talking about packaged beer. You like if you went to a Quick Trip or a Food Lion or something, you could not every single beer in there, didn't matter if it was IPA, a Aztec beer, a Pilsner, whatever, domestic beer, it was all 3.2%. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
It's like I went to a class for work in Pennsylvania, and me and the guys I was there with, let's run across the street to the gas station, pick up some beer.
We got burned on that one before.
Yeah, the Sheets had a soda cave. I was like, what? A soda cave?
Where was this at?
In Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah, because you have to go to the liquor store for alcohol.
Yeah, you have to go to a package store. So what it's called.
A package store.
Yeah, it's just, I was like, what? A soda cave. Carter, you might be all about that, but
Carter's Carter's like all the Mountain Dew that you can imagine, all the different flavors.
Oh, hell yeah.
That motion could be interpreted a number of ways, Carter. But we're just gonna leave that there. So
look at him; he's drinking a weird ass Mountain Dew flavor right now. What is that, Carter?
Shit sucks. It's a raspberry lemonade, and it's all malty and shit. Like it's very tart and sour.
Carter, why are you drinking it?
Because I wanted to try the new Mountain Dew flavor. I hadn't had it before.
Carter, what's your favorite flavor of Mountain Dew?
Baja Blast. Okay. The Taco Bell exclusive.
I like diet.
Yeah, same. My grandma actually got me a pallet from a package store of that Mountain Dew. It's in my garage. It was like 400 of them. Are
you still buying them in 2 liters?
No, because like I said, my grandma bought like
the smaller ones.
300 of these.
I don't like those small Mountain Dews like that because if I can't get the full, this is Dr. Pepper Zero, but if you look like if I can't get the full, what is this, 20 ounces of it, I don't want it because it's just enough to piss you off. You have to drink 2 of them just to feel like you're drinking a regular one that you get from like a Sheetz or a Circle K or something. Like I don't like the small ones. Yeah, but it's diet soda, man. I mean, come on.
Yeah, up until my grandma bought me all these, I was still buying 4 2-liters at a time at our local pharmacy.
Yeah, because I remember coming to your house and like down in your basement fridge because Kyle must be doing pretty well for himself. He's got a basement fridge and a basement for that matter. But he had like 2 liters and it's like he was drinking right out of the 2-liter and I was like, "What are you doing?" He goes, well, I was spending so much money at the gas station. This was just cheaper."
It was, yeah. No, and I'm not doing that well. Got to fake it till you make it, T-Bear. That's my motto.
Well, I mean, there's 2 flat screen TVs where you have 2 football games at once. Says otherwise.
Yeah, that's kind of a humble brag on myself. But
Did anybody? I know Kyle did. Did any of the rest of you guys watch the football game at all last night?
Yeah, I saw pretty much all of it.
No.
What did you do, Carter?
What did you expect me to say?
I don't know. I mean, we were talking about the game beforehand, so I didn't know if you happened to like catch a couple seconds of it.
No, I don't care. I don't give a shit.
What did you do instead?
I don't know. I probably watched YouTube videos.
What'd you watch on YouTube?
I don't know. Probably Let's Plays or some dumb shit. I don't know.
Let's Blaze?
That's what I heard too.
Video game shit, Andy.
I thought he started smoking the devil's
Back in my day,
I thought he was
that
too.
into the internet, you're getting something different.
Carter, probably, if you look at a search history, it's probably like how to hotbox a Jeep Cherokee.
Make a bong out of a turtle shell.
You know how disappointing it would be if you Googled that and all you got back was how to play video games in Cherokee.
I know. As he goes back to that terrible tasting tart Mountain Dew flavor. If it sucks that much, why are you drinking it?
It ain't as bad the more I drink it. It's not as your tongue gets a little numb to how sweet it was. But after I just drank tea and then I opened and drank this immediately afterward. It hit me hard. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older and I'm getting more like not used to the sweetness of Mountain Dew anymore. Because I don't really drink Mountain Dew much unless like a new flavor comes out and I try it. And every one I've tried recently, I'm not into because they're so sweet and tart. I'm more of a Dr. Pepper guy nowadays. But like, I don't know, man. I mean, it ain't that bad now that I'm like 4 or 5 swigs in.
Well, I can tell you
my money's worth.
I won't try it. It looks disgusting. I thought you were buying some off-brand lemonade shit when we were at Sheetz earlier. But anyways,
it tastes like off-brand lemonade shit.
He says it's not that bad, but he winces every time he takes a sip of it.
It's still tart though. I'm mostly wincing out of the sourness of it.
You look like Bear Grylls right now when he ran out of water on a survival show and he drank his own piss.
Yeah, I'm having to drink my own. I'm having to drink my own piss.
Carter's literally every guy ever when they drank their first beer.
It's like it's trying to be Mike's Hard Lemonade, but it can't be alcoholic. That's how malty it is.
Carter, you look like somebody who, like the people that are like, oh, I love bourbon.
And then they take a sip there. Yeah, so smooth.
Delicious.
I do that anyway with alcohol.
Gotta love it.
I do that anyway with alcohol, and then I just say, this sucks.
That's why Carter prefers to eat his alcohol. He likes Jello shots.
Yep. I can deal with that.
All right. Well, yeah, like we said, number 1 on the weekly 6-pack, dogs win. We were all wrong on our picks. Andy, he didn't even know there was a game, but he watched it anyways. All right, moving on.
That's how I found out there was a game.
Was for us talking about it.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Speaking of transitioning out of the game into number 2 on the Country Gold Cans Weekly 6-pack, we made a TikTok last night, folks. Yes, we are hypocrites. I in particular, because I'm the one that created the account as much as shit as I've given TikTok and TikTok users over the last
Still never been on TikTok.
Couple years. We now have a Country and Cold Cans TikTok. But you know what? I ain't gonna lie. We've gotten quite a lot of views over the course of 3 days just from creating this thing and putting concert clips, and then we did go on and check it out at Country and Cold Cans on TikTok. But we created a little bit of a prediction video for last night's game for the Dogs versus the Tide. Carter stole the show on that.
We're like boomers on Facebook. We don't quite know how it works.
Exactly. Like I did the best I could editing all that stuff together, but I don't know how the kids do it on that thing, man. Like TikTok, like some of them make some crazy stuff on there.
Yeah, some of the edits are fire. I give the
they
kids
really
that.
are.
Yeah. Give the young
I think Kyle was supposed to dance.
Yeah, Kyle, you were supposed to floss.
Yeah.
Do you know how to floss?
My mom tells me the same thing every time I go to the dentist.
God, that was a dad joke.
Well, I tell you, man, we're getting old. So, what is a floss other than flossing?
Isn't that a Fortnite dance?
It's the dance. Well, no, it's not the Fortnite dance, to my understanding.
One that kids do all the time.
It's the thing where they're moving like their arms back and forth, like in front of them and shit. I don't know how to do it.
It's not the percolator.
It's the thing that you see like little kids like randomly bust out and do like wherever the hell they want to do now.
When I was a kid, that was the stanky leg.
Yes, exactly. It's the new kid stanky leg.
How wholesome that was for children to be doing.
Absolutely.
Or the jerk.
Do the stanky leg.
Yep, do the stanky leg. Yep. That song was fire in a horrific way.
Yeah, Lord. It's like when kids were busy doing the dab. They had no idea what they were doing.
Yeah. That was fun times. Cam Newton doing the dab.
You know, it used to be they got their like the hip dances were from like hip hop songs. Mm-hmm. Now they're from freaking like TikTok and Fortnite.
Yeah.
I don't know the
mostly
Fortnite
TikTok.
thing, but
hey, Morgan Wallen has embraced the TikTok. He only released a chorus of his new song on TikTok. It came out a week later.
Was there like a dance that went with it though?
I don't think so.
I'll give him a pass if he just put it on there. But if there was a dance with it, that's fucking stupid. I hate when you dance do that.
To that.
Yeah,
could be wrong.
Yeah, because I know that, like, you know, we talked about Walker Hayes, the Applebee's jingle he wrote, and, like, that had a dance with it. And then Thomas Rhett decided to do his was like Redneck Be Like or some crap like that.
Yes.
He had a dance with that. Like, that's the part of TikTok why I almost feel dirty saying that we even have a TikTok. It's because I've been so against all the dumb trends that are on TikTok. But at the same time, when I created it, and last night I sat there and just like started watching videos, and they just keep scrolling. And next thing I know, it's been an hour, and I'm staring at the phone, and it's just all these ridiculous videos. And I'm just like, I get why people get addicted to this. It was like the first time I went to a casino. I never had gambled before. When I started winning on the roulette table, I was like, I get it. I was like, I see why people like this.
Your boy did just release a new single not too long ago, I think. The Walker Hayes guy.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, it's another cringe.
That dude, like, I don't know what it is, man. I know a lot of people that like that guy, and like, I don't have anything against him as a human being, but his music is awful. And then if you hear him do an interview, dude, it is the worst thing in the world, because when he talks, every single, like the Whiskey Riff guys, I think he even called him out on it. They were like, dude, you got to stop doing that. It's going to annoy our audience, like on the air. Because he goes, yeah, just like that before every sentence. And I'm just like, I can't listen to this. Like, I'd rather drink that shitty Mountain Dew that Carter's drinking right now than have to listen to somebody, yeah, like that before every sentence.
Yeah, that's kind of annoying. Yeah.
Well, Logan,
Yeah,
I didn't even do it.
Yeah.
Well I'm making the noise.
Oh, okay.
And nothing happened.
Yeah, we were all sitting there. We were like, and
Carter's like, damn, my mouse broke.
Make the noise.
His brain broke for a second.
He's like, it's this damn sweet Mountain Dew.
It is. Puckering my lips.
Yeah. But,
so I'm going to get some more.
Hey, but Andy brought up a good point, though. We're not completely being hypocritical with the TikTok thing, because it's not like we all created individual TikToks. We're doing it strictly just to promote the podcast.
Yeah.
I feel like we should get a semi-pass because of that.
Technically, only Logan's on TikTok. The other three of us just send him videos and then he uploads them.
I don't know. If you look at the second most recent video we have on there, you three clearly are featured in it. So you're on TikTok.
Yes, but we upload. Yes, but you're the one who has the account. I don't have TikTok downloaded on my phone. I always saw it because you sent a link.
Same.
That's true, but you're still on there.
And if that link doesn't pop
TikTok.
up with Safari,
I am not
ain't
using
watching
TikTok.
Well, Carter, you're going to be a TikTok star. Just telling you that.
You're going to be influencer status here shortly.
That's right. But yeah, number 2, weekly 6-pack. We're on TikTok. Don't judge us too much, but go on and judge us. Just make sure you click that follow and share.
Judge Logan.
And you know what? Follow us, share our TikToks. I'll take the free pub. I don't care.
Like them, do whatever you do. Put on the TikTok.
Yeah, whatever you do on TikTok. I think there's a duet feature. I think you take our TikTok and it plays behind you, and you do a TikTok of your. I don't know. I'm still figuring everything out. I don't really understand it. I'm not gonna lie. I had an old man moment. I had to go to YouTube and type in how to TikTok. How to TikTok. I was like, I don't know. So I had to figure out how to TikTok. So,
understandable.
Yeah. All right, number 3 on the weekly 6-pack. Some good news for us Morgan Wade fans. So 3 of us on here. Carter doesn't hate her. He just doesn't listen to her.
I don't know who she is.
Exactly. It's the 2021 album of the year for Country and Cold Cans, you fuck. But anyways, Morgan Wade had a fantastic debut record that called Reckless. We labeled it our 2021 record of the year. The 3 of us, Andy and Colin, myself, all big fans of it. But she released a new single. And if you look at that album cover, it's the same album cover, but it's in color instead of black and white. And the new song Run was released. It's going to be one of 6 new tracks that are going to be added to a deluxe version that's going to be coming out. So we have 6 more Morgan Wade songs to come out. Do you guys have like an instant reaction from listening to that song? Because I know the 3 of us listened to it a couple times the other day I think it was last Friday when it came out.
I give it a...
Do it like a pizza review.
It's not better than any of the other songs on the album. I think it kind of blends with the rest of the album. It doesn't stand out necessarily to me. I think it's good. It's more of the same, more good music. Not a great song, but just good.
Andy?
I thought, to me, it kind of sounded a lot like Northern Air to me, which was probably my least favorite on the album. It's still good, but I don't know, just to me, like the thing I like about her voice, I just don't really hear it that much in that song. So it's just okay.
Yeah, I like the song. Run came across to me as a little bit poppier in the production. It didn't quite go as far in the pop side as, say, Last Cigarette did.
But I love that song.
Yeah, I know. Andy does love that
song. But I would
song.
agree with you.
It's a good song. But no, I liked Run. I mean, but it's like I told you guys when we were talking about it in our group chat when it came out. I said, I like it. I think it's good. I'll go back and listen to it. It's not something like that's forgettable. But I think there's a reason it was a bonus track on the deluxe version. I don't think it was one of the 12 best songs. You know what I mean? It's just going to be something to kind of lengthen the album cycle for her. But I'm excited to hear the other 5 that we haven't heard yet. So, Morgan Wade's coming out, deluxe version of Reckless. Make sure you check it out and consume it wherever you consume your music.
Do we have any idea when that's coming out?
Honestly, I haven't done too much digging into it. So I don't know. I'm sure it's probably been said in a press release somewhere or somewhere on Twitter, but I haven't seen it. But I don't know if they're going to release. What I'm curious about is, are they going to release one week by week, until all 6 are out, and then kind of package it together because that seems to be the thing in the streaming era, much to chagrin of like people like me, but that seems to be what they do. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that.
Yeah, they can't delay too much. They want to make money on the album sale. So.
Yeah. And she's, signed to a major label now. So,
yeah,
because weirdly enough, like I'm glad to see this because this is what we all kind of like wanted was, she released Wilder Days radio and it's doing pretty well. Like it's being played on FM radio and being played a pretty good amount. So, I mean, yeah, that's a win for roots music when you have mainstream stations playing Morgan Wade. So,
and then they'll follow it up with Parker and stuff like that. Now, this is weird.
I know, seriously. It's like the first time, Andy, like even though this wasn't the radio, like when we started noticing that Logan's Roadhouse in Roanoke Rapids plays Texas country, I was just like, wait a minute. That's Jason Bowen. That's Randy Rogers. I was like, what's happening?
Did my phone hook to the Bluetooth?
Yeah, I was like, are they playing off of my Spotify? But
DJing right now.
Exactly. But yeah, so number 3, Morgan Wade, new music coming out, deluxe record of Reckless is going to be released. Check out Run, check out that. Make sure you definitely check out Reckless, 2021 album of the year by Country and Cold Cans. All right, number 4 on the weekly 6-pack, we have a new song from ERNEST. He is signed to Big Loud Records, definitely a mainstream artist. It's called Flower Shops. It's a duet he did with Morgan Wallen, and it was kind of funny. You've seen a couple of different reactions on Twitter from folks that, objectively speaking, I'm just going to say it. It's a really good song. Like it is. If you think it's not a good song, it's because you have other biases that you don't want to give it a shot. I mean, it's just reality of it. I'm going to call a spade here. It's got heavy steel in it, and that steel guitar is amazing. I love it. It's definitely a country tune. The story behind it is I listen to ERNEST's podcast sometimes because I find the guy incredibly entertaining. He has a podcast called Just Being Earnest, and he you definitely check out the episode where he had John Daly on. That was a really funny episode.
Oh
God,
yeah. But he was saying that it was a George Jones song that he had said he had never heard, and that it kind of had like made him start thinking about the idea of a flower shop, and he ended up going and writing this song with, I can't remember who the other co-writers were, but he ended up writing this song, and then he ended up sending it to Morgan, and they ended up deciding to cut it. And it turned out really, really good. Like this is probably the best song ERNEST has ever released. And it was funny because
I would agree with that.
Definitely, yeah. But when it comes to on Twitter, you saw like there's a page we follow that I'm a big fan of. Definitely, you guys should go check out their content. They have really good memes and everything, called Farce the Music. They put on there. They were just like, you know what? This Ernest Wallen song is actually really good with the little eye emojis, because they knew that probably would get a reaction out of some people, because people in our music community tend to hate anything mainstream, and they specifically hate those two. But they, the reality is some of the comments, some people were willing to give it a listen and give it a shot, and then other people just shut down, as you would expect, and be like, I'm not listening to anything from that guy. They got their reasons, fair enough. But at the end of the day, it's a good song. If you think it's not a good song, you're just being ridiculous. It's like everything that comes out of the mainstream is not bad. So
is that the first song they've released together?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I thought they their voices went together better than I thought they would. I typically don't like Ernest music. I like the guy as a person. This guy's incredibly entertaining.
Yeah, he's very
his
funny.
Music, I really want to like his music, and I usually don't, but this was the first one that I liked.
Yeah. Some of his first record he released was kind of pretty poppy.
Yeah, the sound of everything I have heard up until the Flower Shops was leaving a ton to be desired.
Yeah. He's got a handful of songs on that first album I like, but I ain't going to act like everyone's a hit for me.
I don't think I made it that far.
Yeah, I didn't make it that far. But this song slaps. Hardcore.
Yeah, I like Flower Shops. I definitely say it's a good song. Carter, have you heard it at all?
I've not, but hang on. This person's name is just Ernest?
Yeah, all caps, Ernest.
Oh, yes. Okay. I like that movie where he went to camp.
Yeah. Somebody made that joke actually on Twitter.
Some people call him Ern.
Yeah. Well, I think that, he's on the same label and he's good boys with Hardy, and they both kind of have that one name, all caps kind of thing that they're doing. For what reason, I couldn't tell you, but
I have heard somewhere on a podcast why they did that. I want to say it was I think it was when Hardy was on You Bet Your Radio. They asked him about that and he said something, but don't remember what he said, which is unfortunate.
Speaking of, have you guys ever watched or listened to or watched the show Foreplay by Barstool? It's a golf show.
No.
I think I've seen
I think I've seen some of the.
Well, if Kyle starts typing Foreplay, some other stuff's going to come up. It ain't going to be Barstool.
They do.
Gotta give them the not safe for work tag on this.
NSFW.
They do.
You put Barstool
videos
first,
on Facebook.
and then you put Foreplay.
Yeah, their production team, I'm sure, cuts up some smaller clips. Yeah,
Is Frankie on it?
Yeah, Frankie Borelli.
Yeah, I've seen some of their.
It's Frankie,
Facebook videos.
Frankie, Trent, Lurch, and what's the fourth guy's name? It skips top off my head. I can't remember who the fourth guy is right now. But yeah, it's definitely worth watching. But what I was getting at was they did over COVID, they did a charity tournament for Jake Owen's foundation, where it was Jake Owen, Darius Rucker, Wallen, Hardy versus the four guys from Foreplay, and they played match play, a Super Bowl tournament. It was actually really entertaining. Darius Rucker is such a competitive dude.
Oh, I have seen
it's hilarious.
That. Yeah, I have seen that. Yeah, I saw that on the YouTube clip just popped up. Yep.
Yeah, watch if you have time and you like golf. Watch the entire episode, because Darius Rucker he just gets so competitive out there, and he's like, "Fuck you."
Just curious, who is the best golfer of those four?
Overall, probably Frankie.
I was talking about the singers.
Oh, of the singers. So
tell me it's Hootie.
I have a feeling it might be Hardy or Jake Owen.
Overall, from what I've read, Jake Owen's the best golfer. Yeah. But
I've heard Jake Owen could go pro if he really wanted to.
I've heard that, but I've seen what he shoots, and I'm not sure if that's actually true. But Jake Owen's a good golfer. He didn't play that well in that video they had, but Darius is a really good golfer. He's like an 8 handicap, and at the country club they were playing at, he was like the senior tour champion for that country club, like their tournament.
Pretty impressive.
So yeah, he's a good golfer. Hardy is good too. Hardy doesn't get much height on his balls. He hits lasers, but he's a pretty good golfer. He's broken par before, so it tells you how good he can be. Whereas then Wallen's awful. And
yeah,
what I mean by awful is Wallen plays just like we do.
I would have thought Hardy and Wallen would have both been good, because every time they post something like, "Oh, just coming back from the golf course," just coming from the golf course.
To be honest, they might be better by now. This video was done in 2020, but during the height of the pandemic, when everybody was still bumping elbows and shit like that. But at that time, you could send him out there and play with us, and it would he wouldn't be smoky. He would blend in. We're all hacks, we know it, but we like playing golf.
Yeah, that's true.
Good to know that Hootie's good at golf.
Yeah, Darius is pretty good at golf, man.
Pretty fast.
I want to get Carter on the golf course.
You have once, and it didn't turn out very well.
Dude, we took you to a par 3 course like 8 years ago.
Yeah. I remember that didn't go very well, but.
Did you even take a few hits? I don't even know.
I played.
Golfing, not the marijuana you were looking up earlier.
No, I played. I played what we were doing. We did like a 9-hole game or something. It was like us, Low Kyle. I think Big Kyle was there too. We met a few people there and played.
Yeah.
You mean when we ran into the Kyles and they just decided to turn around and play it back?
That might have been that day.
That might have been the day, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, only golf I really have experience with is mini golf. I'll crush a motherfucker in mini golf, but
do you take that same? So, have you and your girlfriend ever gone mini golfing together?
No, but she claims she'll destroy me, and I keep claiming I'll destroy her. So I'm guessing eventually, when we do play mini golf, we're going to break up.
So you're going to be that guy that takes his girlfriend out there and just like takes it too seriously and starts like yelling at her, being like, "Suck one."
No,
I'm up 3.
No, we're both going to be. No, at this point, we're both so hyper competitive about it. We're both like, we're dying to like get a beach trip where we can both just like go out to a mini golf course, and we're probably both going to be like screaming and yelling insults at each other and being like, "Yeah, suck on that, bitch."
Is that you or her saying that?
Both, probably both.
So a couple months from now, when I read the Myrtle Beach newspaper, and it says local couple arrested for yelling obscenities at a putt course.
Yes, local couple arrested for yelling obscenities and smacking each other with golf clubs.
What's going to happen is that's going to be like a news headline, and then I'm going to hear it on an episode of Miserable and Reckless. Check it out on Amazon, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. But we have a segment on that show called Florida or the Field where we read police headlines and we guess as a group, is it Florida or is it the rest of the South? It's almost always Florida, but yes. I can't wait till I see local couple arrested at the mini golf place. I'm going to be like, it's Carter.
It is, yep.
I know that guy.
I
bet you'd have a phenomenal mugshot, Carter. Oh,
dude, yes.
Oh, it'd be so good. Especially if you wore your costume from the TikTok.
Yeah,
Carter, you should just wear those Randy Savage glasses all the time.
I can't really, though, because like I got them out of the box and I noticed the stickers are coming off. I'm all pissed. I'm going to have to get like another set of them.
You ought to just go get a pair of Vipers. I could see Carter wearing Vipers.
Yes.
Vipers.
You should get a pair.
Do you know what they are, Carter?
No, I don't.
Oh, gosh. Look those up.
Yeah, they're like Ken Griffey Jr. sunglasses on steroids.
Yeah, they're similar to the Randy Savage glasses you have.
Yeah.
They're basically Randy Savage glasses.
Yeah, seriously. But they're like nicer. It's not like from a Halloween costume.
Fair. They sell Savage glasses on a shop online for not an awful price. So maybe I'll just go get a pair of those, but we'll see.
Yeah, I would be shocked if Pit Viper doesn't have a pair of them.
Yeah, that's what they're called, Pit Vipers. Yeah, that's 100% what you should do, though.
You should. I back that. I second the motion.
So let me get this straight. You're wanting the reptile guy to get a pair of sunglasses called Pit Vipers.
Dude, I hadn't even thought about that. That's even
even
better.
Right in.
Yeah. And then we just start calling you some shit like rattlesnake or something.
You mean like your dad? You mean like your dad already knows?
My dad, ever since college, has called Carter rattlesnake because he was like, that dude plays with snakes, don't he? I was like, yeah. He goes, I don't understand that, but I guess I'll call him rattlesnake. I don't know, man. But
classic Rock Carter.
Classic Rock Carter. Rattlesnake. Official sponsor of Pit Viper.
Yo, but Pit Viper, if you're listening,
hook us up. No free shout outs.
You out.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, no
free shout outs. Just send us all a free pair and we'll count that as a sponsorship.
Yeah, we'll just put it up. It's all right. Don't worry about it.
We'll put it on TikTok as the kids do.
We'll wear them every episode.
Yes, we will.
I got 700 followers on the gram. That's 700 potential new customers.
I can
700 followers on Instagram.
Dude, he's got more followers than I do personally. I'm not even lying.
Holy crap, Carter. Is it all the herpetology community? Mainly?
Not all of them, but
who are the others?
Us. Us three. And Clint.
Pretty much.
Right, it's just the herpetology community. No shame
People
though. You got more
trying
to
to find the other kind of snakes.
Carter's Carter's got the most social media clout of anybody on the show right now.
He does. Man.
And I barely even have that.
I don't think if you added, I don't know if you added me and Andy or me and Kyle together, not all three of us, but together. Well, I don't know if we'd have 700.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
I gotta look and see how much I have now.
I don't even have 200.
I'm curious.
I don't think
I have that many.
I've got 474
on Instagram.
Yeah,
321.
Then just you and
Kyle.
You and Kyle
285.
Because I'm at 769.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, well, Carter, you're the biggest celebrity on the pod.
You are, dude. Classic Rock Carter. Dude, you need to change your Instagram name to Classic Rock Carter.
If anything, I'd probably just get a separate page.
Even better. I bet that one will blow up faster than your other one.
Name it Pit Viper Classic Rock Carter.
Just give me the login, and anytime we'll do a TikTok of you, I'll upload it as a reel on your Instagram.
That is a long ass username there, Andy.
That's how you get sponsored, though. That's how that Applebee's song thing works.
Oh, you put in your bio, Classic Rock Carter, aka Pit Viper. What was the aka Burger King one we gave him that one time, Logan?
The original Burger King MC.
Yeah, original Burger King MC. Order number 12 is ready. Order number 12 is ready.
I love Carter's Burger King stories because he freaking hated that place.
It was terrible working at that fucking Burger King.
Is so funny.
He says it with so much disdain and regret in his voice every single time Burger King comes.
Worst. Fuck.
I love the story about when he had to clean the toilets.
That's slow.
No, like he tells that story. It's hilarious.
I can only
imagine tell it now. I have to tell it now.
That's kind of why I said it. Yeah.
Have I told that on the podcast before?
If you did, the new listeners haven't heard it.
It'd be all right. Okay. So
I don't know the story. I don't think.
So I was working at a Burger King right off of Interstate 95. High school senior year.
Exit 168 for you North Carolinians that want to go visit it.
It's on the side of an Oasis. Gas
no, it's on. No, it's the other side. That's the other side.
The Exxon, I think.
Exxon. Yep,
no, it's a Shell.
Wow, shows how much we know.
The Exxon.
You just really know the area.
I haven't lived there in 9 years.
So I was there. It was night shift. I was working with my buddy. I do front register. He was working the back line, making the food. We get put onto.
It sounds like y'all were Squidward and SpongeBob.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. We get put onto bathroom duty. So when you clean the bathrooms,
I got a question. So if you get put on bathroom duty and someone comes up to the register to order, what do you have to tell them?
I'm not there. Someone else is.
There's a master jump back here. I gotta go fix this.
No.
And then Carter's like, this is the before, and I have to go take care of the after.
I'll take your order when I get back.
What was your buddy's name? I feel like that's important context.
Justin,
give us his
my buddy Justin.
Okay.
He was working the back line. I was up front working the register, and our the manager at the time said, "Hey, go clean bathrooms."
Hold on, man. I know you want a Whopper, but man, I gotta get this Whopper fixed back here.
I think she ended up taking the register, but so the way it works is depending on whatever your gender is. If it's like me, I can clean the men's bathroom, and the men's bathroom doesn't shut down because they don't care. But when a guy has to clean the women's bathroom, you have to put like a sign on it and be like, "Women's bathroom closed for cleaning." It'd be the other way around if it was a girl cleaning the bathroom, whatever. So we closed down the women's bathroom. Both went in there, and the last stall, you could literally tell that somebody had went in there. It was like they had to throw up, and they knelt down over the toilet and went to like hurl in the toilet. but then proceeded at the last minute before they hurled, they leaned to the left and hurled beside the toilet.
Oh my God.
Either that or they were sitting on the toilet, and while they were sitting on the toilet, then they vomited to their right.
I was really hoping you were going to say been at the toilet and pooped on the door.
No.
After you eat a Whopper, you got a 30-second shot clock to get to the toilet, and they missed.
Oh my God, just sprayed everywhere.
And it was some of, I'm not going to be too graphic because I don't want to, this is not the podcast to be grossing people out with. But it was some of the nastiest, it's the nastiest thing I've ever had to clean up at that place, or one of the nastiest things I've ever had to clean up, period.
Dude, I would have puked immediately if I had seen and smelled that.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
It was disgusting. And we had to mop it up. We had to, and you couldn't even mop it up, some of it. It was that bad.
So what happened? How do you clean it up if you can't mop it?
We had to take,
that's when you just get a bucket of water and just start pushing it to the drain.
I wish we took
till that fills up too, and starts having backed up.
Oh, that didn't
we took paper towels and we had gloves on, so we were just like taking paper towels and just like scooping it up and putting it in the garbage. It was nasty. It was disgusting.
You probably got
we were like
disease from that.
We were horrified. We were grossed out. And so we go out back to like dump the mop bucket.
Oh, where do you dump the mop bucket in that instance? Just on the ground?
Out in, I think we dumped it out in the grass beside the dumpster, because I remember right beside the dumpster, there was a dead goat.
What?
There was a dead goat laying right beside the dumpster in the grass. Just a dead goat, not like just. It was like somebody had literally just killed a goat and thrown it out there behind the dumpster.
Did it look like it was roadkill or like it was a murdered goat? Intentional?
Murdered, probably with the intention of eating it, I'd assume.
You sure it wasn't the Burger King people and that's what's really in their burgers?
I couldn't tell you, but we took that as a sign from God that place was cursed by the devil. And we were just like, man, we got to get the hell out of here. We can't keep working here anymore.
How much longer did you work there after the dead goat fiasco with the puke?
Justin didn't last like another month before he quit.
That's a long time.
I was there like another 3 months, I think. Because I quit right before I graduated high school.
I would have quit right before I had to clean the puke up.
Yeah, it was disgusting, man. It was that was hands down my worst night there. And that wasn't even like, that was a slow night. Like that wasn't even like a busy night.
What happens on a busy night?
Busy nights is more of an issue with like customers.
Puke and a dead goat is the slow night.
Yeah, that was a slow night, because on slow nights, those are the nights you clean while you're on shift. Those are the nights where they're like, hey, there's nobody here, go clean bathrooms. Usually it's like, oh, it's super busy. We have to take care of like the front line and stuff, right, and stop recording.
All right, now we're back. Carter was worried about his Cherokee getting towed off.
Hey, man, that shit gets towed. I'm stuck in Raleigh.
Yeah, there's worse things.
There's worse things that could happen.
Like cleaning up the puke at Burger King bathroom.
Oh, God. I'm not even going to... Like, I've already described it a bit, and it's already too much. Like, I don't want to gross out your listeners. It's horrific.
They heard all about you eating ass. So I mean,
it's true. If you haven't listened to the episode Wendy's or Whataburger,
Jesus.
All right, moving right along. Number 5 on the weekly 6-pack. So I saw on Twitter the other day that Rich O'Toole, a Texas artist that we're a pretty big fan of on this show, he got invited by Texas's governor, Greg Abbott, to play an event for the Celebration of Texas tour or whatever Abbott's doing right now. And So, I mean, dude just went out there. He's not a political guy. Like, he doesn't get on Twitter and like talk politics. He doesn't tell you what to think or who to vote for. He just, he got invited to play an event. He went and played the event. And most people on Twitter were like, we're not that bad about it. But some folks on Twitter were giving the guy some shit unnecessarily about it. That, like, I kind of want to know y'all's take on that, because like it's just it was annoying to me to see people like come at him and be like an asshole to him unnecessarily, because okay, big fucking deal. He played an event for Greg Abbott, right? I mean, for all they know, I mean he might know the guy, like, I mean, it's like it's not a big deal. Other, like, if people of a different political bent had been invited to play for someone else, they wouldn't have cared. Like, I don't know why everybody has to politicize everything. Big BFD.
I don't get it. I mean, are people not allowed to celebrate the Georgia Bulldog win because it's Herschel Walker's alma mater?
I mean, it's about like when Portnoy interviewed Trump at the White House. People were flipping out over that. Yeah. The way I was looking at it, I was like, who cares? If any president, Democrat, Republican, doesn't matter, invites you to the White House to interview him, you do it. I mean,
that's what Chris said.
Yeah, a lot of people don't get the opportunity to, journal or not, get a chance to be president, sitting president at that.
Exactly, at the White House.
Yeah, at the White House. Well, Rich O'Toole, friend of the program. I don't see the big deal. What you do? He's out there on the ground like everybody else, trying to make a little bit of money. He got paid.
Maybe, I don't know. I mean,
I would assume he got something. But who knows? So it's a hubbubaloo about nothing, really. I mean,
yeah, really though. It's one of those things where that's where Twitter gets annoying,
Yeah, I thought that they weren't supposed to shut up and sing.
Well, but see, it wasn't an endorsement though. That's the thing.
Yeah, but
it wasn't like he was saying, "Hey, go vote for this guy. This is my guy. Go vote for him." He didn't do that. He just went and played an event. Like, what does it matter?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. If you're going to say that they can't shut up and sing, now you're going to tell this guy what events he can't play for no for whatever reason.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we've said on this show ad nauseum in the past. You see this on both the left and the right. It's not exclusively to one side. Everybody's all shut up and sing when it's someone they disagree with. But the moment somebody does something that they agree with, they're like, hell yeah, look at you for being so brave. Yeah. I mean, reality is, like, let it be, man. Yeah, just keep on keeping on, and let's just let people do them. That's the way I look at it. Like, what does it matter?
We would say this no matter what side he stood on beans and chili.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is the root cause. Is like people are pissed off that he has the right opinion that beans belong in chili.
That is facts. Yes. Yeah, I mean, it's I hate the faux outrage stuff.
I do too.
Let it go, man. Ain't bothering you.
No, at the end of the day, it doesn't, like, him playing that event or not playing that event did not affect their lives one way or the other. So what's the point of posting your 280 character outrage for everyone to see, just to be like, oh yeah, look at you, you're against Greg Abbott. Good for you. No one cares.
Yep. There's a lot of people that are stupid on Twitter that I just ignore.
Yeah. I mean,
they're not worth the bandwidth of
the majority of people on Twitter.
Yeah,
except for our followers. We love our followers.
Yeah, we do. Unless you say that beans don't belong in chili.
Yeah, if you don't like beans and chili, then we have a problem on that issue.
Yeah,
that's where we draw. That's the line in the sand for country and cocaine.
That is the red line.
That's the red line. Don't cross it.
Carter's like consequences.
Carter's like, well, shit, I need to unfollow then. Actually, I don't even know if Carter fucking follows this. That's bullshit. He's on the show most of the time, more often than not now. I don't even think he follows the Twitter page.
I don't think I do.
Benedict Ricks.
Hey, you're the one who allowed me on here.
Oh my God, Carter, you have so many nicknames.
No, the man of many nicknames.
The BKMC, Rattlesnake.
The artist formerly known as Classic Rock Carter, Benedict Ricks.
Yep. Like a rap name.
He's still drinking that Mountain Dew. Every time he's wincing.
So are you still drinking it because you somewhat do like it, or you just don't want to waste the $2 that you spent on it?
Bit of both.
And if you don't want to waste the money, I don't blame you. I would actually respect that move.
Yeah, a bit above. I don't.
I respect
it. I paid $2 and something for this thing, so I'm gonna fucking drink it.
So
every 30 seconds, Carter takes a sip.
He just makes a face.
But I'm nursing it.
I spent $3.
Still bad.
Might as well drink it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's at the bar too.
I was about to say that used to be all of us, and we would be like, "Oh, all you have is Keystone Light. I guess give me one."
Yep. Champagne beers is my go-to.
Yeah, we used to drink PBR because it was $2.
Oh god,
that says everything you need to know.
And see, PBR is just like, I'm sorry, PBR is not that good.
Trash.
It's too heavy to be a cheap beer. That's its downfall.
Yeah, but it's too light to be a nice beer.
Yeah,
it's in no man's land of beer.
Yeah, it's not quite a Bud Heavy, but it's a little bit more in a Bud Light. So it's
but
just
Bud
contributing
too.
Yeah, I know, but it's just massively contributing to a hangover without the benefits of a heavier beer that has good flavor.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But yeah,
it's not myself over here.
Yeah, but that's number 5 weekly 6-pack. Beans belong in chili, and if you're getting mad about Rich O'Toole playing an event, fuck off. All right, number 6. Last one of the weekly 6-pack, very first ever. Andy's idea. Got to give him credit. Shout out Andy.
Full of them.
So number 6, it looks like that we might be getting a new Wetzel record. He's been tweeting about being in El Paso. There's like Whiskey Riff did an article about it like today or yesterday or something like that, and they were speculating that they were thinking that he's recording right now. And Co has said multiple times that by the time he turns 30, he wants to record an actual country record. So I'm curious if this could be it. It wouldn't surprise me if it's just another rock record. I wouldn't blame him if it is.
How old is he?
I'll spin it. He's like 29. So by the time another record would release, he'd be pushing 30, if not 30 already.
I'd say a rock record. Be my guess.
Yeah, same.
Maybe.
I mean, it's about time. It's about right. We're coming up on just shy of 18 months since his last one.
Was it 2020 or 2021?
2020.
Was it 2020?
It was right around Thanksgiving 2020, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's about right.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I would say he's definitely recording a record. He put on his Instagram story, here to record a new record, but being that it's code, that could literally mean anything.
There we go. I guess that confirms it.
It was in an airplane with him, like a picture of El Paso when he was flying in, and it said, "Let's cut a new record."
Yeah,
but it's code. That could mean anything.
It's true. Andy, you really need to, when you have information, need to speak up. Because I was like, I don't know if he's recording a record or not. And Andy's like, well, it said on his Instagram.
I told y'all that during the meeting the other day.
I don't remember that, but you're probably right.
It could still be up there.
He might just be cutting a track with, I don't know, Akon or something, knowing him.
Akon? Of all people to name.
It is 2022.
Yeah, I mean,
Who the fuck is giving a shit about Akon since 2003?
I think. Why is your voice cracking so bad, Carter? I think all those people that he's digging wells for in Africa give a shit about Akon.
Okay, don't try to bring humanitarianism into this.
I mean, hats off to
Akon. That's a low blow. I'm with Carter on this one. Fuck you, Kyle. That was a low blow. Carter was right. Who thinks about Akon when it comes to music? Don't bring his humanitarian being a good person shit here on Country Called Cans.
Yeah.
Old ass millennial.
We're here for the Smack That.
Hey man. Hey. Don't hate, man. Smack That was like that song that you were hyped to come on in middle school so you could pretend like you were smacking some booty and then not actually do it.
Look, the only way
I'm about to do it.
The only way kids these days know about Akon is because a few of them occasionally use the Lowly Islands "I Just Had Sex" on TikTok, which he had guest verses in.
I was about to ask, did Akon have any other big hits?
That wasn't even his big hit.
I know, but like other than Smack That.
No, not really.
He had Lonely.
Mr. Lonely was kind of popular.
Lonely. He had Smack That. Then he has I Want to Love You. And then what was that other song that he had with?
There's one that's like on the tip of my tongue that I cannot remember.
Yep, I guarantee it's the same one.
Yeah.
Bonanza is very popular. Oh, Don't Matter is really popular.
Don't Matter.
Right?
That's it. Yep.
Right Now.
And then he did Locked Up with what's his face?
All mid to late 2000s high school dance classics.
I haven't thought about Akon in God knows how long.
I haven't either.
Got locked up.
I really want to know why he was the first one that came to your mind in a random code. Might just be collaborating with anybody. Akon.
Yeah, knowing code. I mean, he's just out there in left field with somebody. He's like, yo, who hadn't made a record? Akon dropped the album in 2020.
To collab with Akon.
Yeah. Fire if he collaborates. I would be a sick beat.
Dude, we're going to have to, if he ever collabs with Akon, we're going to have to remember this episode.
Oh, man. I hope Co Wetzel's out there fucking collabing with Milli Vanilli.
I also could see Co collabing with Weird Al 1000%.
Yeah, but it'd be, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I definitely could see
especially
Weird
after
Al
the Chicken Farmer song.
Yeah, I could definitely see Weird Al on a track with Co.
About time for a Weird Al another album.
What song would Weird Al remix of Co Wetzel's?
That's like what I was about to think too. I was like, I don't know.
He wouldn't even have to remix it because Weird Al does his own original songs too. So
yeah, but nobody cares about those.
Whatever. It's about time for another. It's about time for another Weird Al album because it hasn't released one since 2014, 15. So
Carter's the local Weird Al correspondent.
I mean, I like his stuff. He hasn't put out anything.
Y'all were making fun of me for bringing up Akon.
Yeah, at least Weird Al's freaking been relevant since the 2010s existed.
No, he hasn't.
More than fucking Akon.
I don't think either have been relevant for freaking how long.
Yeah, I mean, like,
look, Logan, I can't help that your only like Weird Al knowledge is the fact that Ted Mosby really wanted to go to a Weird Al concert on that one episode of How I Met Your Mother.
He also gave him the idea for the song. What was it? Like a Virgin or whatever.
What was that last Weird Al relevant song?
He wrote him a letter when he was a kid. It was on How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, it was White and Nerdy, the remix of.
I do remember that one.
He's had
is that Weird Al?
2 or 3 more albums. He's had 2 or 3 more albums since then.
Relevance is what I'm asking. Can you name a song off it?
Off of what? His latest album?
Yes.
Carter doesn't know anything that isn't on 100.7 The River.
Let's see. There was Word Crimes, which was his Blurred Lines parody. He did Foil, which was his parody of Lord's Royals. This tells you how long ago his last album was made because these songs.
Lord.
How long ago this fucking album was?
Is that a song?
I was about to say I don't know any of these songs.
That's a South Park. That's a South Park reference.
Oh, okay.
I got that.
Yeah, Randy Marsh is Lord.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
Of course, there's always his polkas where he puts together all the songs that he hadn't remixed together and does them as a polka mashup.
Was his Blurred Lines video as good as the original?
No, because it was mostly just about using correct grammar.
To paraphrase friend of the show, South Texas Tweak, Andy sounds really horny right now.
Doesn't Robin think like a really bad person?
He's a simp for his ex-wife.
What's a simp, Carter?
He will do anything to get her back and loves her in a weird way.
Okay. I don't know who his ex-wife is.
A simp actually is where, say, you're the perfect analogy as a simp is where you and your girlfriend are getting ready to go out to dinner and you sit there and you hold her purse while she gets ready. That's what a simp is.
Well, Robin Thicke proceeded to make an entire album for his ex-wife. The album after Blurred Lines, which is what killed his career. So,
and he was holding the proverbial purse.
Anyway, we really went off on a tangent there.
No.
Sorry for me name dropping Akon for the first time in the last 2 decades.
We had a big debate, Akon versus Weird Al. Nobody saw that one coming.
No.
Andy, you remember when the show just used to be me and you and we would talk about country music?
Yeah.
Now we've got Akon and Weird Al. Dead goats and puke.
You never know what you're going to expect on Country Coke Games.
That's true. But
Country and Cool Cans Variety Hour.
Yeah, it's the variety program.
The variety six pack.
Yeah, it's a variety six pack. That's right. You never know what you're gonna get. But yeah, looks like Co doing an album. Andy confirmed it on Twitter, and then also he announced a headlining tour across. It's called it the North American headlining tour or whatever. But he's not going to North Carolina, unfortunately. I think he's going to Columbia, South Carolina, Richmond, Virginia is the closest to us. But yeah, he's going on another headlining tour, so that's cool. But
can he even get into Canada? Why would he call it North America if he can? I don't think he can get into Canada.
Let me see if he's even doing Canada, because
Mexico.
It could do Mexico.
I have the tour.
He always does Mexico. That's usually an annual thing.
He's not even going to Canada.
Is he going to Mexico?
Best.
No.
If he goes to Mexico, it'd still be North American tour.
He's doing Florida a lot. He's doing a little bit in the Northeast. He hadn't done the Northeast much in his career, so I think that's probably like the new locations.
Hey.
That's basically a different country.
I mean, compared to where he normally tours, it is very different.
It is.
But all right, yeah. So that wraps up this week's Country Cold Cans Weekly Six Pack. All right, boys, are y'all ready for the next segment? Because I have something planned for y'all. We're gonna do a little game called Would You Rather.
Hey, I hope it's not Dead Goats versus Puke or Weird Al versus.
Honestly, I don't know how I can top that. I thought I had some like weird shit in here, but after those topics, I don't know if I think this is going to seem tame by comparison.
Yeah, sometimes we'll see. Can you bring the fire like me and Carter did tonight?
All right. So the first one, start off a little bit easier. So, would you rather, for the rest of your life, have a roller skate on one foot at all times while you're walking, or have to walk behind a slow walking midget who doesn't like to be rushed, and if you try to walk a little too fast, he gets angry at you?
Roller skate, easy answer. You don't have to walk anymore. Eventually, you'll get good enough you can roller skate on one skate. Name the question.
Yeah, I think I agree with Andy.
Roller skate.
I think I agree with Andy. One roller skate on one foot. You would eventually get to the point where it would feel second nature just to have it.
But is there a buffalo herd? Because you can't roller skate in a buffalo herd.
I don't know, Andy. I mean, we don't have it here in the Southeast, but you have to tell us. You're Midwest, Andy.
You tell me, Midwest, Andy. How many buffalo herds they got in Kansas?
Johnny Knoxville proved it. You can't roller skate in a buffalo herd.
All right, Kyle. Roller skate or walk behind a angry midget?
Well, I live with a woman who doesn't like to be rushed. She's not a midget, but so that's not too much difference than what I'm currently in. So I'm gonna go with the midget that doesn't like to be rushed.
So you have to walk behind a slow walking midget for the rest of your life, every step you take.
I mean, I walk a lot faster than Bailey.
You'll be watching
a lot faster than Bailey. So like I just yeah, it's very similar other than them not being midget. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with the midget.
So you're gonna walk behind a slow walking midget who gets agitated when you try to go too fast.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was taking roller skate.
I'm taking roller skate.
It's also like walking with my family. They walk faster than all of them. So
fair enough.
I power walk.
Yeah, I'm taking the roller skate. Not gonna lie. Like I can make that work. You learn.
Yeah.
All right. Next one. Would you rather say you get your girlfriend pregnant?
Oh, okay.
I can't even imagine.
All right.
Next ones are going to be.
Up in the ante here from fucking roller skates and walking behind little people.
Do you push her down the stairs?
Oh, my God.
No, Andy. We do not support that.
Andy, what the fuck?
That was fucked up. Admonished.
Shame.
Repent.
Shame.
Shame. That's not where that was going.
I don't know where this is going.
I don't know where you were going.
Seriously. Anyways, so say you get your girlfriend pregnant. Would you rather it be at age 16 or 50?
16.
16
Why?
just
16
just because
Kyle?
of health reasons.
Yeah, just because it's a lot more likely that she and the baby are okay.
Yeah.
Kyle's trying to get on TV.
That too. There's opportunity.
There's a reality show for that now.
Yeah. I mean, that's literally just like a health thing. Like, it'd be much more safer if it absolutely had to happen. It's much more safe for a 16.
Oh, you're making her pregnant regardless.
Than a 50.
Question is 16 or 50.
Yeah, and two, I much rather be like 36 with a kid graduating high school than 76 or 66. I want to be in the golden years at 66. Not.
Are you planning on having a kid graduating at 16 years old?
No, I'm saying if I was 16.
Yeah.
They would be 34
years. Right? 34, excuse me. My math was a tad off there. But yeah, I think I'd rather be 34 at high school graduation than a 66. And is that your grandson? No, that's my son.
Still 16 graduating.
I know. You mean 68.
My child would be a prodigy.
Math is hard.
Math is hard.
My child would be a prodigy. That's
fine. If you have a kid at 50, you're still 20 years younger than Theo Vaughn's dad.
So are you picking 50 for that reason?
Yeah. Theo's an awesome guy.
All right, so we got 2 16s and
his
50.
dad was 70.
You know, I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna have to go 16 too.
Yeah,
and reason being is it's impossible for it to happen because I'm 27.
That's fair.
Well, I didn't know that was an option.
That's sound reasoning. Yeah,
it can't happen. I've already passed 16.
Yeah, I can't really argue with
it. Wait. I got a question. I do have one question for the 50. Am I married when I get this girlfriend pregnant?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
That's another good point.
Just for a wrinkle into it, Andy. Yes.
Actually, wait. We didn't establish who is 16 and
am
who's
I married
here.
when I'm 16?
That's another wrinkle. Yeah, Carter's onto something.
You're both
50?
Are we 16 or is the girl having a 16 or 50?
The assumption should be that if you're 16, she's 16. If you're 50, she's 50.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. That is something that needs to be established.
Yeah,
and we have established it.
Okay. I'm not trying to get a statutory rape charge.
Yeah.
I'm still going 50 because I can get on one of those TV shows.
Andy's going to take his wife and his girlfriend on Springer at 50 years old.
Yeah. Andy's hoping that one day down the line, it's going to be like 3:00 on Channel 5. This man, this trucker, has impregnated a 16-year-old girl.
Oh, let's
got
not.
them in the studio here.
How about
today.
no?
No,
let's
Andy,
not go with
I know why Andy even still went with 50, even though he found out that he in that scenario he's married to another 50-year-old, but then his girlfriend is also 50, but he makes the 50-year-old girlfriend pregnant, is because Andy's like, I'm a trucker. One's going to be in Kansas and one's going to be in West Virginia, so they'll never meet.
This is true. None
of them are going to be in West Virginia.
You didn't deny the Kansas part. That's the part that bothers you. It's not the cheating on your wife.
How dare you be so derogatory towards West Virginians?
Yeah, Andy. All right.
Yourself.
Next one. Would you rather have to shit for 24 straight hours and then not a shit again for the rest of the year, or you have a 45-second shot clock for 2 shits a day, and you have 45 seconds to make it to the toilet wherever you're at for the entire year? 24 straight hours of shitting, or
I've been in both of those situations.
with 24, literally 24 hours.
When I had COVID, yes, all I did was shit.
Well, what I mean is you're sitting on the toilet for an entire day.
I probably was very close.
I went
the only
pretty
time
close
I got
to
up
that.
was when my legs went to sleep, so I had to walk.
All right, so the question is, for an entire year, you either have 45 seconds twice a day to make it to a toilet, or you sit on the toilet for 24 straight hours, and then you're done for the rest of the year. What do you pick?
24 hours. There's nothing worse than having to go and not knowing where you're going to go.
But how awful would it be? Like, you guys say you shit for 24 hours, but you really didn't. Could you imagine how monotonous and awful and painful it would be by hour 3? Much less.
This is true.
24 straight hours.
Are we taking in the health aspect of this?
What do you mean?
Like, after 24 hours of straight, you're going to be pretty close to death, literally.
I think you're taking that a little too literally, because neither of these scenarios are real.
I know, that's why I'm asking that, though.
Yeah, I know, but that's just
okay.
I got pretty
working on the assumption that you don't die.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, man, that's a life fear of mine, is having to shit and
what, dying on the toilet.
No. Like having to
Elvis
shit
over
and
here,
not knowing where, because I have a fear of public restrooms. Genuinely, like, no, I'm not going here. We got to leave.
I gotta go with the 24 hours.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with the 45-second one just because that's life for me a lot of times. IBS sucks.
Plot twist: Carter is the one that messed up the Burger King bathroom.
No.
And it was his goat.
Man, that's life with IBS sometimes. It sucks. It's the worst.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've lived that many times in my life. So two. Just the second one, just because I've done it multiple times.
If I go with the 45, there is 100% chance at least once a week I'm not going to make it to the toilet, without a doubt.
Yeah, it's because you're a truck driver.
Yeah, so
where it would benefit you if you knock up a girlfriend, it hurts you here. So
not if you choose
a hell of a sentence
option.
out of context.
Out of context clips. Country and Cold Cans.
Oh Jesus! Nobody make that Twitter account.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, I just have a fear of being in a public place and shitting on myself. It's just an irrational fear.
Have you just never taken a shit in public?
Oh, I have, but I've hated every second of it and rushed and didn't feel like I did a proper job. And
see, I take my time, man. I'm just like, if I'm there,
ashamed,
I'm gonna roll.
Is what I felt.
Was it you that had to napper tandies it, or was that our other compadre?
That's a napper tandy.
I don't. It was a
very crowded bar
on Thursday nights that all the college kids went to when we were young men. I don't know. It might have been me. I can't remember.
That
might not have been. Actually, I think it might have been Clint.
A super crowded bar. I mean, packed. Lines to go to the bathroom, and you got to take a dump.
Oh, dude, I've taken a shit in a bar before. It's awful.
Yeah, I would obviously going to take the 24.
Dude, there's no way you're making it home, especially if you took an Uber there. Sometimes you just got to let it fly.
Oh God, no.
Dude, I've done it.
Oh
in
my
the woods.
God! I just imagine being like Mr. Garrison on that South Park episode where he's shitting the urinal.
Yeah, Carter's right. Carter's done it in the woods.
I have done it in the woods, yeah,
with no toilet paper.
It sucks. It's the worst.
Yo, man, I had to go in the woods one time, and they had just clear cut it for like a gas line or something they were building to there, and. Of course, I was in the work truck, and there was another guy with me, and he was like, "It's cold outside. I'm not getting out." So I had to find a tree, and of course, they've clear cut everything. There's nothing to hold on to. And I finally found a tree, and it's just eat up in poison oak, and I am severely allergic to poison oak.
Ah, Jesus!
So I just had to do it the old-fashioned way.
Oh man, you get all the variety here on Country and Cold Cans. You get vomit stories and you get poop stories. Hey, episode.
Is what it is there, boss.
So you're taking the 45 seconds slogan.
So both of them are just for it's only lasts for a year. So 24 hours straight on the toilet, and then you're good for the year.
Oh, so it's a one-time thing.
It's a one-time thing. It's not the rest of your life. It's for a calendar year. I think I can make it work. It would be unpleasant at times. Don't get me wrong, but on my average day-to-day life, you remember that episode of The Office where they told Michael he lives a cushiony Nerf life?
Yes,
that's me. I live a cushiony Nerf life. I'm never that far from a bathroom. I think that I can make it work. And, in the instances I don't, I'll deal with the repercussions and I'll call in the Burger King cleanup crew.
It's like shitting in your pants. Not that bad.
Did it a lot when I was a baby.
It's kind of the way I feel about a bidet. You're never that far away from a shower.
I actually really was looking at buying one the other day.
I have one.
Do you?
That I haven't installed yet. Yes. I'm very skeptical.
They're not that expensive.
No, they're not. You can get one for $100 on Amazon.
Yeah, my grandma
you get a heated seat to go with it.
Well, Kyle's got a heated seat. I've taken a shit in his bathroom multiple times.
That's phenomenal, isn't it? Yeah.
It's actually pretty nice.
It's a talking piece. Everyone that comes over is like, "Oh my god, that thing's amazing."
It took a little bit to get used to the first time because, like, you know how when you sit down in somebody's seat, or God forbid, you sit on a toilet seat in public and it's warm.
Yeah, that's a little different. Yeah,
that's like using like a bidet in public with a heated seat.
Oh hell no!
Did somebody use the heated seat?
Oh hell no!
Or did they use the seat without the heated seat? Why is it warm? The world may never know.
Oh hell, I'm not. Oh hell no! I ain't using a public bidet.
Oh gosh, I can't. That sounds
hell
awful.
No! Hell no! I'm just gonna shit myself if I do that.
Okay, got one for you specifically, Kyle. Last one. Would you rather have to take a shit in the most disgusting public restroom that you could find, or go to a average when it comes to cleanliness public restroom, but you have to use a public bidet because there's no toilet paper?
There's got to be toilet paper. You got to pad yourself. You got to dry off.
Nope, it's not though. Not in this. Not in this scenario. I make the rules.
All right, so nasty.
A bidet with a blow dryer in it.
Yeah, sure.
That exists.
But you're using a public bidet.
What was the
The first one is the most disgusting public restroom you can think of, or an average cleanliness public restroom, but it's a public bidet that's been used 100 times already before you that day with a blow dryer.
It's suicide.
I've done both of these.
No, okay.
And he's like, I've used both. And he's like, try using a nasty bathroom with a public bidet. It's a wild ride.
That's how COVID started.
That was from a bat. Don't you remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Give me the public bidet just because it's fairly cleanly, and I don't think I'm going to get a disease.
Yeah, but no toilet paper, so you can't lay it on the toilet seat. You have to bareback it.
I'll just use my shirt or something.
What on the toilet? How does that work? What do you just kind of like take the neck hole and like?
Have you never heard the Kevin? Have you never heard the Kevin Hart bit that like he says he goes into an airport bathroom and a fan follows him in or whatever, and he's like, "Hey Kevin, can I get a pic?" And he holds the phone over the stall, and the guy takes the pic, and Kevin's like, "I won't mad at you to take a picture of me taking a shit. I was more upset that he saw me bare button this toilet seat because I didn't have time to put the toilet paper down."
Carter's Bella, my dog, has made an appearance. Carter's here at the Raleigh studio, and Bella's jumped into Carter's frame.
Oh, what do you think?
Bella's like, I shit outside all the time, bro.
Shit in public all the time. Yeah, give me the public bidet. I'm sorry.
Public bidet.
I just have to die.
Just for shits and giggles. Pun definitely intended. What about you two? How would y'all pick that one? Last would you rather?
Well, I mean, I used the public bidet on purpose, so
Andy's like,
I chose to do that. I didn't choose to use the really dirty bathroom.
Yeah,
Andy's like, not every flying J's has a good bathroom.
Now, Sap Brothers is the ones that got the bidets.
Interesting. Carter, you're very cultured.
I've never been in a place that had a bidet. I've never used one. So I have been in some pretty nasty public bathrooms. So I guess nasty public bathroom.
If they have a bidet, it's going to be pretty clean.
I already say if it's fancy enough to have a bidet, it's going to be pretty clean, I guess. Yeah, let's switch to that one.
I'm going to get unanimous. I have to go with the public bidet. That just doesn't gross me out that much. The nasty bathrooms, oh gosh, man. I'm out. Like, I don't mind using a public restroom. The really, really bad ones. Andy, it's like, you remember, what was that guy's name in Wilmington when we were 19 at our buddy Drew's neighbor? His bathroom was the most disgusting, filth-filled room I've ever seen in my life. Was it Tim was his name?
I think that was his name.
Yeah, the bathroom was disgusting, man. Like, I literally would not wish that on my worst enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Cool guy.
Horrible bathroom.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that wraps up this episode of Country and Cold Cans. Make sure you go follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon. Give us 5 stars. Great review. Go on and check us out on the website, countrycoldcans.com. That's countrycoldcans.com. Pick you up a koozie and a nice Richardson 112 or 113 trucker hat with our awesome logo emblazoned on the front with a very, very top quality patch. That's countrycoldcans.com. All right, Classic Rock.
All the TikTok.
Follow the TikTok. That's a new one. You're right. Follow us on Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, the whole 9. You know, as the kids say, we're with it now. So
LinkedIn,
yeah. For all you people our age that are professional.
Etsy.
Pinterest, because Carter runs that.
That's the new one, Truth or whatever.
Or I don't think that one's gotten off the ground yet. I don't think we're going to be getting on Truth though.
whatever the Donald Trump one is.
Yeah, I think it's called Truth or whatever. It's such an awful name. It's dead on arrival with that name. But
did you download the Truth app, bro?
Yeah, the Truth app.
Parler wasn't a good name either.
No, but it's better than Truth. I mean, let's be honest.
Yep. Yeah. Follow us on Truth.
Yeah. But definitely follow us on TikTok. Follow us on all our actual socials. But yeah, for this episode of Country and Cold Cans, I'm Logan, sitting there with Andy, Kyle, and Classic Rock Carter. We will see you next time.
Peace out.